welcome back to the channel. You are watching an Idiot Outdoors featuring, as always, the outside in, and I can tell you now straight away, the idiot that I am has forgotten something else. This time it's only the selfie stick, so I'm gonna have to make do with my arm like so. Bit gutted because I do like the nice glow of the warm light that it gives off. Anyway, what's happening this week? We're out for a hammock camp, and with me should have been Chris, but Chris can't make it. Chris has got something wrong with his ear, but we do have Ryan. Hey, I like that. He's keeping that under your hat, no pun intended. Don't tell me. Timu.
Oh yeah.
So, this is Ryan's first hammock camp. We've managed to get him on board with the hammock, so if he doesn't like it, that's going to be down to us. But I'm sure you will like it, Ryan. You've got everything you need. You've got the underquilt, tarp. What I do want to do, with the way the weather is get a tarp straight up. I'm going to use this video to demonstrate how I set up a ridge line, the knots that I use, and basically how to set up a tarp, your hammock, drip loops, everything you need to know to get you hammock camping. As you know, I do like to give tips and I do like to share stuff. Now, there's a few knots that I should give Chris, who can't make it today, credit for. If you're watching, Chris, thank you. However, I did put a little spin on it and Chris liked it. I'll show you that when we get down to doing the knots. But to start with, we're going to string a ridge line. So obviously you need to find two trees that are going to be the right distance apart for your hammock and your tarp. What you don't want to do is put your ridge line up and then find out that your tarp is too big for the tree line. If that's the case, you're going to find that your hammock's not going to fit in correctly either. So because I've done it numerous times, I know by looking whether my tarp will fit. So I'm going to get straight on with it. So when you're using paracord, first tip would be is when you cut it, I did have a knife somewhere, yes, when you cut it, use a lighter and just seal the end. Now what I do, which has gone flat. Now these knots are nothing new. They're nothing new, they're not like my knots, you know, they're common knots, so I'm not going to take credit for them. Now what I tend to do is, ideally you wouldn't have these here, but so I'm going to do it that way because it'll be easier to show you on that tree. So I just use a simple bowline knot. Your main line here, I put a loop, you bring it through, you come round that and then up through there, and it didn't work. Start again. So right through the loop, round that line and back up through there, and that's your bow line. Now the beauty of the bowline knot, what I will do is obviously I will do it slowed down when I get home, and I'll do each knot again to show you. But that's your bowline. That will not come undone, but the beauty of it is it's quick release. You just pull on that and it will come undone. At least there's no wind. So again, I'll just cut the ends of them. Seal them off so they don't fray. Allow them time to cool so they don't stick to your fingers. I should have done more, but right, that's as tight as it will go. And what I use here now is what's called a taut line hitch. So you go 1, 2, 3, that's all you need, and then over, and then back, and then to tighten this you can basically tighten and loosen it. So pull it that way, it will make it slack, put it that way. As I say, I'll do these in greater detail when I get home, so they'll follow each Right, so that's your ridge line. So for the next bit, I'm going to use Prusik knots. Now this is what Chris actually showed me, and I've never ever looked back. So it's just, I use a simple overhand knot. Get it nice and tight. Probably have it a little bit bigger than that. If it's not quite right, always just, you know, adjust. Last thing you want is your rig coming down in the night, or struggling with your rig. It's obviously what's going to keep you dry, it's going to keep you warm, and quite possibly, worst case scenario, alive. That's a bit drastic, isn't it? So your Prusik knots, very simple. Again, don't worry about this bit because I'm going to do it in depth when I get home. We've slowed down and I'll show you exactly, but right now it's trying to rain and we don't want to get wet, so. But yeah, that's a Prusik knot. Now Prusik knot is ideal because you can slide it along, but then when you put your tarp to it, it won't move. It's what they use in climbing as well, so I've learnt. It's a gripper knot, so if you slip, here we use what nature's provided us. Right, we just want the end of the tarp now. And then what I do is I loop that through here, and rather than tie anything, I just put a stick through. Again, just put a stick through the end, and then I'll put it through that loop, and then taut the tarp. Bring that in a bit. And that is pretty much setting up a ridge line. And there we have a very simple, straightforward tarp configuration. So we didn't need to obviously tell you how to obviously put the ground stakes in for a tarp. That's pretty easy. If you can set up a tent, you can set up the ground stakes for a tarp. So what we've got here is the straps for the hammock. These have got these loops on, so you can adjust the height. These are really good actually. That's awesome. Now what I do is I like to have the loop coming off here. So very simply just wrap it round to get, and that is it. If you look at that there, that is pretty much it. Just wrap it round, and then as you can see now, you've got these known as daisy chains. So obviously that will determine where you're going to put the hammock for your height. If you set your hammock up and you're touching the floor, you can bring it up 1 or 2 and you get it to your perfect height. So we'll do that side and then we'll do that side, and that's pretty much the hammock up. As I say, it's such a simple way of camping, and it was Chris who got me into the hammock camping. Again, you know, I don't want to take any credit for this. This was down to Chris. Chris taught me all of this, and all I'm doing is just passing on what I've learnt so far, you know. So this tree is a bit thicker, so you won't need to go around twice. You get away with the once. So just simply once through the loop, and again I do like to come off the side like that, get a nice grip of the tree. So once you're in it, it's the tension will grip it. Now your first night in a hammock, when you first get in it, you're always a bit like, ooh, you know, because obviously you're not used to it, and it's the thought of dropping. But once you've done a night in the hammock and you realise actually how not an issue. So next thing is the hammock itself. So we'll just put it anywhere for now. We'll just put it there, clip it on. And what we can do then, now I think that'll be alright. So if you want to just sit in there and see how you are from the ground. So we are actually set up now to the height where Ryan wants to sleep. We do need to put the underquilt on, and we will put some drip loops on again. Thanks to Chris for that advice on the drip loops. Might pull the tarp over a little bit because of where it is in relation to the end of there. You've got more, let's have a look. Yeah, we'll bring the tarp over a tiny bit, alright?
Okay.
Once we're set up, it's not important now. Now, if you're new to hammock camping, one mistake people do make is they think you sleep banana shaped, and that is because that's what it actually looks like. However, the idea is you sleep on the diagonal in a hammock. So if your head is sort of this side of the strap, you want your feet sort of angled to the right side of the strap. So head on the left, feet on the right, or head on the right, feet on the left, and that way it creates a natural straight across the hammock. I don't know if I'm explaining that very well, but that's the general gist of it anyway. So it's 10 to 4 on a Saturday afternoon. We are making good time. We came out early today, and one of them reasons was to show Ryan and let him get to grips with the hammock and whatnot. So we wanted daylight. But yeah, it's starting to get a little bit dark now. The sun's obviously going down. Well, the sun ain't been out today. It's been wintry mix according to the weather. But we're all set up now, albeit my chair. But the hammock's up, Ryan's hammock's up. We are ready for a camp. Ryan's got the fire going. You can't have Ryan on a camp without a fire. It's a lovely little spot of woods. This is where I've come to with Ryan today. Yeah, a lot of natural moss on the floor. But yeah, it's really, really nice. There is a path not too far away, but once it gets dark, no one's going to be really walking along, are they? But anyway, we'll show you what's going on. So, same as last time I did a hammock camp. I've got the one Tigris under quilt. That is a godsend. Got the 4-season bag inside, in the under the bug net obviously, and the flannel pillow, the Euro Hike flannel pillow. I've remembered water this time, and we have lots of it. And what's going on over here? Oh, hello, Keith. Did you use your twisted fire starters?
Oh yes, I did indeed. And with a bit of birch bark as well to help it along.
Yeah, that's a nice little setup now. As you'll noticed, dug the ground out, so tomorrow we've got the extra water so we can douse it out and we can cover it over, put the moss and whatever back over it, so no one will ever know we've been here unless they've walked past with the dog and seen us, of course. I do like that hat.
I've had it for ages. I brought it out the last 2 camps and just never bothered wearing it. So I thought, well, going a bit bushcrafty today. So
Bushcraft. The original Ryan BC.
Oh, yes.
You're rocking it. You rock it quite well, fella.
Thank you. I wasn't sure. That's why I didn't wear it.
No.
The last 2 camps.
And with your camo jacket, you're onto a, you know.
Yeah.
It's over there somewhere, isn't it?
Yeah.
The camo bomber jacket.
That's the one.
Now, do you want to tell what we're having to eat this evening?
We are having jacket potatoes and chilli with shed load of cheese on it, cooked in the fire. So need to get the fire going so we got enough embers to.
Oh, you know what I should have brought with me? The barbecue coals just for the bottom that's in the boot of my car.
Fine.
I'm an idiot. I always
It'll be fine because once I get enough embers,
yeah.
just dig it in the bottom. You've got to build it up to let it go down, and then maybe this side put the grills on and put the chili on that side. Now, I'm not being terrible and leaving the fire on its own.
Well, we're not very far away from it. And we're not going to have a forest fire with how damp the forest is.
You get some fairy that'll be like,
If we'd have just got back a little bit behind there, I think we would have been a bit more hidden, but it's nice here. Now we're talking. At least you can build a fire. I'm absolutely useless. And look what we've got. The old JBL speaker. Well, it's paying off. Anyway, I'm going to get some tunes on the go. You ready for some tunes?
Oh yes, and a
Tea and tunes.
smokes, and some clean hands.
Yes. Jeez, just fell in a hole. Now you're talking Ryan's language. So we have the chair, the table, Ryan's setup, Ryan's micro table. Ryan's getting a brew on. And I am wearing, what would you call this? Like a dust suit? Because my missus was very unhappy last time I did a camp with Ryan and I come back absolutely stinking of smoke. So I thought, Ryan's got to have a fire, and if Ryan's going to have a fire, I want to sit round the fire. So yeah, I'm in a all-in-one like dust suit from Screwfix. So hopefully I won't go home stinking of smoke. Also, it's quite a chilled camp. Got music on in the background. It's starting to get dark now. I am going to get the sign out. Definitely going to get the sign out. I'm just wondering where I can put said sign. Your fire's dying down, pal. I'll have to help you do some wood in a bit.
There's enough embers underneath that'll keep it going.
For sure. You're the man, you've got this. So I'm going to chill with Ryan. I'm going to have a tinny. I'm going to chop some wood. And do general camp stuff. I'm really looking forward to seeing how Ryan gets on tonight with his first ever hammock camp. I look like I'm on a crime scene, don't I? I'll have to erect a blue tent. No, the white murder tent, is it? Yeah. I can assure you, well, I can't actually assure you, I'd like to think there's not going to be any murders tonight. Now it's official. Open for business. And this little JBL 4, for what it is, it's a right little powerhouse. I love it. Had it a little while now, but I haven't brought it camping with me. Love the colours though, very fitting. Now we're cooking. Bit of joint effort there, me old China. So yeah, I've been on the old hatchet. First time for me on a camp. Chop, chop, chop. Ryan's first hammock camp and my first hatchet like camp. First time for everything, guys. But when that what you call it dims down, put the potatoes in.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so Ryan's got some potatoes he's going to put on the embers. I don't know what you said you've done to them. Double wrapped them in foil.
Got a oil them, brick them, double foil them, and then bury them in the embers for about an hour, and they should come out sound.
Pucker.
Yeah.
I've got every faith in you, Ryan. Last bit of light now. I have found some awesome spots where you could do a tent camp over in that direction.
That's how dark it's got.
But the days are lasting longer now. You can tell it's drawing out to spring now, can't you? Before I was coming out on a camp and by 10 to 4 you was in total darkness. Now that is great when you are doing a stealth camp because it means you can sleep for longer in the morning.
Yeah.
But light-wise, it's, you know, you're in a lot of darkness. But I still enjoy it. Anyway, while I've got this camera on record, the music goes off. So I want the music back on. So I do apologise. So many times watching you, then yeah, the music stops every time I press the record button. Go on, Ryan. Go on, me old son. Give it a go on. Go on. Stop messing around and give it a whack. Yeah, stick it against that one there, mate. You sound out of breath there.
Smoking. Smoking. Yeah, that should go now.
Go on. There you go. It's the one at the bottom that's gone, ain't it? No, it ain't. No, it ain't. Well done. Hey, I tell you what, that's not a bad bit either there, look.
Yeah. I'm just going to do the whole lot.
I'll give you a hand. I'll put this down and... What's this over here? Is that any good? Yeah.
Get dried out.
Yeah, that's a nice bit of dry wood there. Yeah. Do you want me to start hacking at it?
I'll do this bit and then you can...
Let me get my big boot on it. Yeah. 3, 2, 1. Oh. How's that? Lovely job. Lovely. Lovely. She's certainly warm. I've got to be honest, chopping firewood don't half warm you up. and I've ripped my coveralls, whatever you call them, there and there. Oh, what is the point? My hands are actually sore from that axe, you know, or hatchet.
Yeah, it's not the most comfortable of ones. I'm going to upgrade at some point.
To a chainsaw.
No, there's a better one.
Like a, oh, what's it called? You know, the ones with the wooden handle, hickory, like a hickory handle hatchet.
Yeah.
Like a mid-range. They're not that expensive, to be fair.
No, they're not badly priced.
The only problem is just carrying them around, because they're not the smallest of things to carry, are they? I mean, here we've got a good legitimate purpose to have hatchet and knives. But it's not going to work for a stealth camp, is it?
No.
Having a hatchet on your person, not really. Behind somebody's premises, not a chance. And that's why I'll stick to the alcohol, fuel, and keeping it, you know, simple. But this is a nice change. It's really nice. Apart from the fire, you can't hear a single thing.
No, it's completely dead. And pitch black. It's not even that late, is it?
It is 6:45. Upgrade this week. I couldn't get the normal honey roast peanuts, so it's peanuts and cashews. Oh yes. Ryan don't like peanuts.
Nope.
All the more for me.
Oh, what a shame.
And now the fire has died down, Ryan's gonna put the potatoes in the fire, and we'll have some lovely jacket potatoes in about an hour's time. Is that right?
About an hour, yeah.
About an hour. Wicked, awesome, fabulous. So I have been a little busy with Ryan's tool, his hatchet, to be totally, yeah. Over here. So I've been prepping and chopping up some firewood. I think that'll last us a little while. However, coming over here I did find this stuff is really good. This pine stuff burns really well and doesn't soak like the rest of the wood does, you know, becomes saturated. So it's good stuff to burn. Some more here actually. Yeah, it's raining, but that's still dry. I think we've got enough firewood there to keep us going for a little while. Ryan's doing the evening meal. We got the old jacket potatoes in the embers.
Seem alright.
What are you saying, Ryan?
I reckon they'll be good.
Do you reckon they've been in an hour?
Yeah, they've been in an hour. just going to chip one.
He's a wild man.
Fire is hot.
Yeah, fire tends to be a little bit warm, to be fair.
Look at
At that. Whoa, whoa, whoa. We've just did a moly phrase.
Oh, look at that bad boy.
That just looks perfect.
In which case, they're done. Which means
And they smell proper, like a proper baked potato, don't they?
that's done.
Wicked. So next time we do a secret Santa, I'm getting you some oven gloves,
Yeah, fire pit glove would be nice.
fire pit gloves, or some extra long tongs.
Yes. Oh no, I can't say that while you're recording.
Family friendly and all that.
Yep.
Stay at me. It's ridiculous. It just keeps getting worse. I'm going to be honest now, Ryan is considerably more bushcraft than I am. You just live for it, don't you?
I do. I've found my passion. They say you have to find a passion in life, and other than my lovely partner and kids, this is my passion.
The outdoors and bushcraft and survival and all that.
That's it.
Yep.
If I ever do decide to do a channel, I'm going to be really original, and it's going to be Ryan Survival.
I'll be the first follower.
Oh god, that is hot.
Now the mad thing is, when I got to 30, I thought, geez, I'm 30, you know, it's like a chapter in your life, but when you hit 40, you sort of feel like, wow, I'm ready for the scrap heap.
Oh yes.
They good, Ryan?
They're crunchy on the outside.
Wicked.
Uh,
But yeah, but like Ryan just says, he's found his passion, and I think, what's the best way to explain it?
roll with it.
Yeah, roll with it.
Find it, roll with it.
I got to 40 and it was like, oh god, it's even worse than 30, and you know, but you know, I've been enjoying life to the full. So's this man over here.
And fire's involved.
Cheers, pal. We have a lovely meal prepared by himself, Ryan. Thank you, kind sir.
No fear, always a pleasure.
That is awesome. Jackets cooked in a fire. You are well on your way to bushcraft, aren't you?
I am. I've just got to get a few more things and I'll be there.
Wow. Please tag me along when you go.
Yeah. I need some new camping trousers.
So we are reined in. Yeah. We gave up on the fire because the ovens opened, and so we were both sat under each of our tarps. We was going to stick that other tarp up, weren't we?
Yeah.
We didn't in the finish, did we?
No, I think we're too busy doing other things, so we just forgot.
Yeah, well, we've got the main tarps up, that's the main thing. We've got our bed set up, so of course there's no issue with, you know, anybody falling asleep, you know. Usually me. I don't know if you can hear Ryan, but obviously I'm sort of talking to Ryan through here. Keep seeing his search and rescue beacon. That's some serious light output for a head torch, that is. So yeah, we are pretty much, as I say, reined in. I'm going to get this suit off now because the fire's gone out. I do look an idiot. It's hard to tell whether you smell a smoke. When you've been around the smoke all night, it's hard to smell it. But if you take this off, I go home tomorrow and I go in and she flips out. Oh no, I stink of smoke. Yeah. We'll find out, won't we? So I'm in the hammock. Pillow. Very cosy. Now what I mean by sleeping on the diagonal is I'll show you. So as you can see, my feet are to the right, my body is to the left, so it forms a natural straight. If I was to sleep with my feet following the contour of the hammock, my feet would go upwards and it'd be a bit uncomfortable, but by putting them, as you can see, we now have a more straighter sleeping position. I hope that makes sense. But this is the bit where I say good night. I'm being quiet because I'm trying to wake him up. I should do more hammock camping, it's bliss. Good night. Morning.
Morning.
Priorities.
Oh yes. Nothing like a brew in the morning.
And the hammock verdict.
Oh yes, complete convert. Saying earlier, my tent is probably going to get hung up for a while. So yeah, I am converted.
Oh dear. So, it's a win. I knew you'd love the hammock. What's not to love about a lovely night's sleep?
Oh yeah, I'll tell you what, I've been needing this night's sleep for a while. For a fair old while I needed a good sleep.
That's magic. Now, I had a dream last night that we were sat round a lovely fire. Obviously it was just a dream because I can't see no fire.
No, I think we dreamt it. I think we got here, cooked on a gas stove and just dreamt that we had a fire.
And there was some idiot in a white suit.
Hey, how Did the job.
Win.
Did the job.
So you know what I'm going to do next time when we want to fire? White suit job.
Yeah. You live to see another day. You're not going to get moaned at today. Or told off, sorry, because I don't want to offend your missus. So you won't get told off today.
It's the fact that I just absolutely stunk of smoke.
Yeah. To be honest, that when we did the fire, it was minus temperatures, so it was just smoking. Not only did we have that, we had the brick build thing that we were trying to keep going. So we had it from both sides. So.
Well, that's what I said to her. I said, you know, we're trying to stay warm and we're trying to cook a lovely stew.
I mean, 10 out of 10 for that stew.
I'll take that.
But yeah.
What are we doing ratings? Hammock rating out of 10?
Oh yes, 12.
12? I love it when we have a success, you know?
Oh yeah. And the thing is, I mean, in all fairness, and I know it sounds...
I can hear nut hatches.
Probably sounds a bit whatever, but I'm not being funny. It doesn't matter how bad the weather is, it doesn't matter how much of a bad mood you're in. Once you come out and do this, have a fire, cook some food, good company, good night's sleep, I can't imagine there ever being a bad camp. In all fairness, but that's just my opinion.
Providing your camp goes to plan and you don't get absolutely soaked and frozen and...
Well, yeah, but you know, like you've said in previous videos, like other people have said in their videos, plan ahead, plan for all eventualities. Bottom line is, if the camp went completely awry, that we were that, just, there was no way we could stay. There's a heated car about 10 minutes away.
Sleeping bags.
You know, but as I say, I stick to my original statement, there can never be a bad camp, just different experiences. And if you have a bad camp, then camping's not for you. And that's my opinion.
Now, you should watch Nick in with a daft hat.
Yeah, he's been thrown around quite a lot.
Did you see his camp where he...
I haven't watched any of his videos, to be honest.
If you want to see a horrible bad camp, that's the video to watch, where he's does like a top, it's a tarp sort of tent, and he didn't...
Oh, with the trekking poles and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he didn't practice it first, and he puts it up and the weather's relentless. Yeah. And he's cold and he's just miserable, and he tries to cook something and...
But if you go on the camping sites, now this is something else that's on my long list of things to make sure I'm 100% prepared. I mean, 70% of the population have got a car, so if all else fails. But there's all the emergency bivvies and emergency things, so if you are stuck out in the middle of the Lake District, the Peak District, middle of a woods, and you can't get to your car, there's always emergency stuff you can do.
I agree.
So again, I stand by my original statement, there's no such thing as a bad camp, just a different experience. And anyway, if every camp went well every time, I think camping would be a bit boring if it was a success every time, because then what stories would you have to tell? Oh yeah, got there, everything was great. Every week everything is great. What you got to talk about? You got no funny stories then, have you?
Like, what did you forget this week, you clown?
Yeah, which I always do. I think salt was what I forgot this time.
I've got a checklist on my phone of everything I need that should be in my bag. But do I check it?
Nope.
No, because I'm a man. And that's a simple thing to do. Check the checklist. But this time I thought, well, because I packed everything, I went through everything in my bag, or that, got that. And then I says to Ryan, because obviously Ryan has to come past mine. Oh, do you mind if I jump in with you? There's no point taking two motors, blah de blah de blah. And in my motor, I've left my selfie stick, which also acts as a tripod, so I can put it on the ground and I'm hands free then. You live, you learn.
Yep.
But well, I don't learn, that's the thing.
It's the beauty of being a man, we never learn.
No. Oh well, I'm going to start getting me hammock broken down, then we're going to get some breakfast on the go. Oh yes. We're not missing out on breakfast this time, my old friend.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I'm ready for it this morning.
The old bacon, sausage and egg. I do believe we had a casualty.
We did, yes. One didn't make it.
Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. Break in the bag, did it?
I don't know. It must have done, or
It's not covered anything with egg, has it?
no.
Oh, that's alright then.
Because I put everything under the hammock. I've either moved or got in the hammock and just
Kicked it.
knocked
It happens. I've done it many a times. And that's not even when I'm camping. When I've bought eggs from the shop, you know, you put them so you're not going to knock them over or anything. And what's the first thing you do?
Oh yeah.
Knock them over. Again, because I'm a man. You having a brew?
No, I'm good.
You all brewed out?
I am indeed. I've had 2 hot chocolates and 4 teas.
4 teas?
Yeah.
How long you been up?
Since 10 to 7. But I did crash out about 20 past 9.
Like last night?
Yeah.
We did get in the hammocks early, didn't we?
Yeah.
I got in the hammock and it was lights out for me, but I was awake at 4. I was awake at 4, yeah. And then I thought, this is silly. I'm going to get back in the hammock and go back to sleep for a bit.
Yeah, I woke up, I think it was about 6, I kind of roused, and then come 10 to 7 I was like, no, I'm awake. I've got a decent night's sleep, so.
Smell good.
Oh yeah.
Smell good.
No, it definitely smells good.
Smells good. You get people say, oh, doesn't food taste better outdoors? And I believe it's because you're in outside air. It's better for your, obviously, your sinuses, your breathing's better. You're not breathing in dust from indoors. You know, and I think that is why food and drink always tastes better outdoors. And then there's the actual part of, I feel happier outdoors. Are you the same?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm in my element when I'm out.
I'm doing something different today. I brought a scarer and some washing up liquid, wherever I put it, and I'm going to wash the pots before I go. See how that works out. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
You got 4 yeses.
Oh yeah.
It's a yes from me, and it's a yes from him.
Oh, definite yes from me.
I'll tell you what, when we do them eggs, it might be the golden buzzer.
Yeah.
You didn't think I was just having one brew, did you? Ah dear. But this is Ryan's egg, and then Ryan will be getting his laughing gear around that.
Oh yes.
Now I purposely got you white bread. I would have wholemeal myself because I try to keep away from white bread because I do have an intolerance to something. I don't know what it is and I won't find out because I'm a greedy git and I love my food and I don't want a doctor saying you can't eat this and you can't eat that, so I will suffer. But as soon as this egg's done, I'm going to get my one in and have our breakfast and we're out of here because Ryan's got to get off. He's got to take is partner to work?
Yeah.
Yep, so... Oh, hello. I couldn't be bothered to go and get me plate. The lid works just as well. I'm going to eat this, as I say, and then we need to get out of here. Got the washing up to do. You've never heard me say that before on a camp. First time for everything, Ryan.
Oh yeah, this seems to be the camp of first.
First hammock camp, first washing up camp. I'll tell you what else I did forget. Me ketchup. You know, I do my little
That's
little
a running theme. Everyone forgets that.
the my little sachets of ketchup.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Ironically, I did actually go look for some, but I couldn't find any. So.
It'd be all right. Check out my clean pots. Hey, that's a first.
But is it going to be an ongoing thing?
Yep. Yep. Take enough water, if I remember to take water. So all we've got to do now is break the tarps down, pack everything away, and we are good to roll.
Oh yes.
Oh yes. It's such a beautiful place here. I will be coming here again. I've already found some other spots that I will be doing some camps in the future. Come the warmer months, when all the green's back, you'll be hidden in here. Yeah, very nice. However, we're all broken down now. As you can see, that was where Ryan was. I was where Ryan is standing. Now, we did have a fire, as we joked about earlier, about that's magic. So Ryan has put it back to how it was. So there's no fire damage, as always. Got the bag of rubbish. Now I have got a bag of food there. Now there's eggs and open bacon, so I don't want to be putting that in my backpack for hygiene reasons. And then we've got a bag of rubbish. Ryan's got some of his stuff in a bag there, so all that will be gone. As always, leave no trace. Now I'm going to end this video here because Ryan has got to get a move on. Don't want to get you into trouble, so I think I'm going to let Ryan do his usual thing. Like,
Subscribe, buy a coffee.
well, the coffee's optional. There's no pressure to buy a coffee. And once again, for those who bought me a coffee this week, Deggers and Jason Elvin, thank you very much. Much appreciated. Thank you for supporting the channel. On that note, we are out of here. So, as always, keep it real.